Hey guys, we're back in the office here where most of my fish tanks are set up right now, and I'm really excited today because I'm doing some water changes. I'm playing around with a heater controller. This thing gets pretty crazy sometimes. But guys, today's video is, I've done a bunch of videos on the Green Terror Cichlid, but I'm getting so many questions that I'm kind of coming back to some of these and redoing these videos because I'm just getting so many questions, and some of my older videos kind of suck if we're being honest. So today I want to walk you through taking care of the Green Terror Cichlid. And yes, this is one of my all-time favorites. I probably have over a dozen videos on the Green Terror Cichlid. Let's flip the cam. Make sure to subscribe to this channel right now. Click it. Click it, click it. All right guys, Green Terror Cichlid. So I went back and looked at my archive of videos on the Green Terror Cichlid, and I have a buttload of them. Man, I've been doing videos for years on cichlids, and I still haven't lost my passion for how beautiful the Green Terror is. I also took a glance at the comments section, which may have been a bad idea because a lot of people have negative things to say. There's a lot of aquarium Nazis saying, hey Chris, you never talked about the difference between a gold som and a true Green Terror. So in this video, I kind of want to rebuttal all my crappy videos with this one. I want to get a little more in depth and just give you guys a really good care guide on how to take care of the Green Terror Cichlid. First things first, let's talk about the difference between a gold som and a true Green Terror. The gold som is going to have a little bit different colorations. The striping at the end of the tail is going to be gold, and sometimes there is a striping at the top of the top fin there, and they do have a bit of a different scale coloration as well, but you'll find that a lot of fish stores just label them as Green Terrors because it's just been that way in the industry forever. And if I'm being honest, I really don't care. You know, a lot of people in the comments are like, hey man, you're an idiot. Like, guys, let's just get over the fact, like, it's a very similar fish. Fish stores call them the same. You know, it is what it is, but now you guys understand there is a difference. So let's now talk about pure basics of an aquarium setup for a Green Terror Cichlid. I would say a tank size minimum of 55 gallons minimum, because a male can grow up to 8 inches. That's another thing that happened in the comments section. People were like, yeah, I had a friend that had a 12-inch Green Terror Cichlid. Guys, I rarely see the males get over 8 inches, so it's not even worth arguing about. It's like, but that goes back to why we need a 55-gallon size at minimum, because these fish do grow adequately in size, and something like a 40-gallon breeder just isn't going to cut it. Man, it's crazy looking back on all these memories, because like I watch my old videos and I forget how many different stages and how many fish have come through my household. It's just crazy. Like, look how little Avery is there. People drop off fish all the time. I'm kind of just that weird fish guy local to the area. You know, everybody reaches out to me, hey, here's a used tank, take it, it's free. I love it, but sometimes it gets a little stressful when people just just drop fish off at my house. You know, like people bring over like 10-inch Oscars, and I'm like, dude, you could have messaged me. All right, back to the basics. We talked about aquarium size. Now let's set up the inside of the aquarium. The Green Terror Cichlid is a South American cichlid, so they're going to want a slower moving water. A lot of people overdo their filtration. They'll throw a canister filter on a 55-gallon aquarium. Don't go too crazy with this fish because it doesn't want it. Too much water filtration equals too much water current, and certain fish don't like too much current. It exhausts them and they just swim and swim and swim. They get sick and then they die. So guys, a mid-size hang-on-the-back filter with a sponge filter used as a backup filtration just in case the hang-on-the-back stops working is ideal. I'm a huge advocate of the Marineland hang-on-the-back filters. Why? Because they're super cheap and they're still getting the job done. I can buy one of them for the price of some of like 3 fluval filters. It's absolutely crazy. A hang-on-the-back filter is literally a water pump with a canister with a filter pad in the inside. We have to remember, guys, let's keep things basic. You don't have to spend too much money. All right, I don't want to get too off topic. So the basics here, we talked about tank size, filtration. How about water temperature? You're going to need a heater because these fish are South American, and your water temp needs to be between 78 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. And figure on needing 5 watts per 1 gallon of water on average when buying a heater. As far as sand or gravel, you can use either. I prefer gravel. I talk a lot about this in a lot of my videos. I don't like sand because these fish and cichlids in general will dig up the sand, and then it gets in your water, and then it gets into your filter impellers and wrecks the impellers. I'm partial to gravel, but that's just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you choose. Alright guys, we've completely set up the tank now, or actually I want to mention one more thing. South American waters are more of a dark water setup. Don't overdo the lighting. Get yourself some beautiful driftwood. It's going to leach some tannins into your water. Not too much lighting. You want slower moving water, and these fish are just going to be absolutely happy as ever. Alright, I've saved the worst topic for the end. Dun 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 dun. Yes, I know. What other fish can I keep with the Green Terror Cichlid as tank mates? This is the magical question. I know that I'm sort of known as this crazy guy that keeps all these crazy cichlids together as tank mates effectively, but if you want my brutal honesty, the Green Terror Cichlid is going to be a better showcase fish in the tank by itself. You know, maybe get a breeding pair and just try to breed the fish in itself. There's a couple different routes you could go with tank mates. You could go with the overcrowding. That's the route I go. It's not the easiest. And you could also go with a dither fish, which is essentially a smaller fish that's too fast for the cichlids to catch, and it kind of just stresses them out because they can't do it, and then they just give up essentially. So there's 3 different routes. The showcase route, where it's just the Green Terror cichlids by themselves. The overpopulated route, which, you know, that's just essentially stuffing a bunch of aggressive fish together, and it kind of mellows them all out. And then the third route is to use a dither fish, you know, like daños, rainbow fish. To be honest though, the best route is just to have them as a showcase fish. Another question that people commonly ask me is, hey Chris, how can I tell the difference between a male and female Green Terror Cichlid? It's actually pretty tough to tell the difference in sex of the Green Terror until the fish grow to a bit larger of size. Some of the differences between male and female are going to be the female is going to be a lot smaller in size. The male is going to have that bright coloration on the tip of its tail. Sometimes females get that though. I've seen it in some crazy scenarios. The only true way is to flip the fish upside down and to look at its genitalia, sometimes called venting. But yeah, like a lot of animals in the animal kingdom, the male is going to have all the bright colors and be a little bit larger in size. People also message me, hey Chris, please give me some ideas for some tank mates. I see your tank's full of cichlids. What can I keep with my Green Terrors? Guys, this is a sketchy situation, but I will tell you, some of my favorite tank mates are going to be the Severum cichlid, the Oscar cichlid, other Green Terror cichlids, Aquarium cichlids. Like, there are a handful of tank mates that effectively work, but like I tell you guys, you need to keep a close eye on all of your fish and do a daily head count. Check for scarring, beaten up, because these are cichlids and they like to fight, and they are constantly trying to breed. So there you have it, guys, taking care of the Green Terror Cichlid. This is a couple years like wrapped up in a summary of what I've learned. I've looked at a lot of the comments. Man, oh man, do people have nasty things to say about my videos. It's almost like heartbreaking, but I understand. It is the internet and people like to just troll and be keyboard warriors. You know, it's bothersome. It's just like, guys, I'm just making fish videos. You know, it's funny because people will troll my tanks, but then I'll go and look at their YouTube channel and their tanks look like trash. So it's like, how can I trust you? You're trying to badmouth my tanks and yours look like trash. I don't know. I'm kind of ranting a little bit. It's just annoying I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the Green Terror Cichlid. Please, I like hearing from you guys, you know, except the trolls, obviously, but let me know how your tanks are doing, what fish you want to buy next. If you're planning on getting a Green Terror Cichlid, how you're going to take care of it, what tank size you're going to put it in. I love hearing all this stuff. And a lot of people think like I'm this, you know, don't be afraid to send me pics of your tanks because I'm too good, you know, I YouTube, and everybody seems to think that, like, they're afraid to let me come to their house and see their tanks. They're like, oh, I'm embarrassed. I got to clean everything. I know the bitter reality of fish keeping. Everyone gets kind of bent out of shape. All right, guys. Sorry I got a little ranty today. It's just reading these comments kind of gets me riled up, and I feel like just I don't know. It puts me in a bad place. I don't usually do it, but in instances like this, it kind of helps. You know, some of my videos are crappy. I understand that, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Is just republishing some of these and trying to make them better. So let me know in the comment section. Is this one better? Do you keep Green Terror Cichlids? Do you plan on it? Have you had any bad things happen? All right, guys. Happy fish keeping.